So I've been at the store and I realized there's a very cheap, and I mean very cheap, fire starting method, um, and it's a multi-tool. Uh, so meaning you can do 1,000 different things with this small item, and I mean to take up a room, it's only probably a foot by 5 inches, and what they are Fritos. Um, Pretty much, these things are saturated in deep fryer in oil. Um, oh. Also, that's the lighter I'm using. It's one of those cheapos. I decided to kind of have a two-part video. But it's a 3 seconds, it's on fire. So you turn it like that, doing a quick count. But I mean, for a couple of cents, I mean, this thing is going up in flames, producing a really hot heat, hotter than what my lighter was producing. Um, and I mean, that's a flame. And I mean, it's licking pretty nicely. Fingers getting in the way. And I mean, it probably has a good, so far about 30 seconds, and there's still pretty much half a Frito left. Sorry, I have to blow this out. So, I mean, after the end of that, that was 40 seconds of a continuous flame on a Frito corn chip, or a Frito-like chip. Again, you can actually go and buy the non-name brand, and for $1.50, I think, have a continuous fire. So, I mean, if you're looking at a fire starter that's a multi-use item, Fritos. Take a big bag, just throw it in your bag. To begin with, they're watertight. And once you open them, they do lose the ability of being watertight, but you can wrap up the ends, and it's still going to be pretty secure. You get about 400 to 500 fire starters. Again, all you have to carry on you is a little Bic lighter or a little disposable lighter or something in that category. To make it to show you how easy it is to light. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. That's gone, and I'm going to get roughly about a minute worth of burn on this chip. That means I got a lot longer, and I'm not wasting the fuels that comes with my lighter. This thing also can be used to put in snares, to set traps with, so you can get animals. It starts burning hotter when the oil starts melting down off of it. And like I said, that's a decent flame. It can be used as a match, can be used as a candle, and I mean, I'm sorry you can't see it, but that flame's looking that high off of this chip. So, I mean, if you want to light some ember off of that, you know, some small twigs and stuff like that, this is a great fire starter. And I mean, it costs less than 1/4 cent to have this particular fire starter in your bag. It's food. It's great for setting deadfall, stuff like that. Just put it on the trigger stick. I mean, it's a perfect item to keep in your bag. For a discount fire kit, it's, you know, there's 3 things for you there. Even to some degree, if it's wet, I mean, all you're going to have to do is take it, form it back into just like little squares or your fire starters, and the next time, you know, once they dry out, you got even more fire starters. you still have a fire starter. So I mean, if you want a cheap ass fire starter, that's the best way to go. And I mean, throw a disposable lighter. Even though I hate these things because I'm only getting flame maybe half the time I'm flicking this damn thing. So I mean, these things are wasting your fluid. So I mean, go get a Bic. Bic's that's the best product. But I mean, for a fire starter that's dirt cheap, and I mean, even to another degree, man, you can eat half the damn bag, and you still have fire starters. So I mean, it's a food source. You can buy the mini Frito bags for 50 cents, and just for the money, it's cheap. And it's just a kind of a cool little fire starter, and something that you can have a continuous flame going off of for a good minute, 2 minutes, depending on the size of your Frito. So, you know, I was just going to give you guys the heads up on a cool fire starter. It's damn dirt cheap.